Please recite Surah Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين وخاتم النبيين أكمل مجتبى أبي قاسمي محمد مصطفى وعلى طيبين الطاهرين صلى الله عليك يا سيدي يا مولا يا رسول الله صلى الله عليك يا سيدي يا مولا يا عبد الله يا رحمة الله وسيا ويا بابا نجاة الأمة فليتنكم معكم سادتي فنفوذا فوذا عظيم إنا لله وإنا عليه راجعون صلوات. Can you believe that? Did you hear what he just said? No, he did not say that to me. Did this person actually just insult me? No, it's not. It's not true. You hear this either from someone or the words come out your mouth when someone insults another or insult them. Whether you insult the person or the person insult you. How does Islam look at insulting someone? Is it permissible for us to just go around to insult someone? We see in society, people are constantly insulting one another. It is almost like everyday thing. I insult you, you insult me, we insult each other, we insult everybody. It's almost like we just give everybody insults and say, you get an insult, you get an insult, everybody can have an insult. But from an Islamic perspective, do we supposed to insult people? We see that from an Islamic perspective, we are not supposed to insult someone. Because if you insult someone, you have to be expected to get insulted. You have to expect to be insulted. And when someone insults you, they use words that are harsh, that will affect you in such a way that you will remember those words for a very long time. You have to look at it as though, say for instance, that when someone cuts you with a knife, eventually that wound will heal. Eventually that wound will heal. It will heal up. But let's say someone cuts you real deep with an insult with words. So we see that words are actually stronger and much more harsher than a blade. Those words will stick with you for such a long time that you will remember them 10, 20, 30 years later. I remember the day, it was on a rainy day, on a Monday, with Ahmed. We were standing by the corner store. He said these words. It was so harsh. I think it was about 5:35 a.m. And he said that, and I remember it like it was yesterday, even though it might be 10, 15, 20 years ago. So we see that these words are hard. So as a Muslim, we are told not to insult anyone, especially a believer. Especially a believer. We hear from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alayhi. He said that when you insult a believer, you are on the pathway to destruction by insulting. You start saying to yourself like, oh man, Malone, I just assaulted someone earlier. Matter of fact, I assaulted a couple of people on the way here. So we see that the person that insults another believer is on their road to ruin. And that instead of when a person insults you to insult them back, because what happened is that when someone insults you, you said, I am going to insult them in a way that's far more harsher than what they did to me. I am going to show them who is the master in insult. We are told to give kind words when someone insults you. The example of this is Imam Hassan alayhi salam. They said that someone came to him and started to insult him. And he started to talk to him in such kind words that this person started to feel embarrassed. He started to feel bad. He said, is there anything in which I can help you with? Do you need this? Do you need that? Let me help you. Let me do this. He showed them kindness even though that person came towards him with anger, with insult, wanted to hurt him with his words. Not only that, when a person insults someone, it's almost like they stoop down to the level of the other person. You ever heard when someone says, I am not going to stoop down to your level? I don't know if y'all say that here in Australia, but I'm not going to go to your level and be like you, in other words. We find the same concept in Islam. From Ahl Bayt, they said that when two people insult one another, the superior one lowers themselves to in the inferior one. Now, who is more superior and who is more inferior? Allahu A'lam. Maybe the one who goes out and performs all the deeds and help the community and his akhlaq is great or her akhlaq is great and she do whatever that Allah tells him or her to do, then maybe that is the superior one. And the one that lacks all that which the superior one does is the inferior one. Allah knows best. But when they two people insult one another, that this happens, you lower yourself to the level of a person that is inferior to you. So we find that to insult, it lowers the status of the person that engages in that with another person. But is that all that happens? Is there more to it than that? I remember a story that one time, Prophet of Allah, he was with one of the companions. I shall not say his name because if I say his name, I may start to add some little things in the back of it. So for God's sake, I'm not going to say his name. I'm just going to say he was one of the companions. He liked cats. Just saying. So they said that someone came to this companion and that he started to be cursed, or a person was cursed him or insulted him, and Rasulullah was right next to him. Then when he started to respond, Rasulullah moved away from this guy. Then after the person and the persons in these two guys, they start insulting one another, Rasulullah, he said, do you know why I moved away? He said, when he was insulting you, the angels was cursing that person. But when you start insulting that person back, the angels start cursing both of y'all. So I moved away. So we see that to insult is not good. But then we look at other things like Latna. How is Latna? How do Islam see Latna? We may call Latna as cursing, but all actuality, Latna is saying to Allah, oh, remove the mercy from this person. Remove the mercy from this person. This person does not deserve mercy. They always say that you always throw Latna on somebody. This is not correct. But we see that Allah, he throws Latna on people. He cursed the liars. He cursed those who are disbelievers. He cursed those who are polytheists. He cursed he cursed. He throws Latna on people. So I say so far that if Allah throws Latna on people, this is some indication that it is okay. But wait a minute. Is that all? No. Then we start to look at things like people like the Rasulullah. Did he throw Latna on people? Yeah. I remember the time when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, he nominated Osama to be the general of the army. And he said that whoever does not go with him, the curse of Allah upon these people. And it happened to be that some people that had stayed behind, and Rasulullah asked them, why did you stay behind? But just saying that, Rasulullah said, whoever stayed behind, he cursed them. He threw latna on them. He threw latna on them. So here it is, you see that Rasulullah threw latna on some people. He said the curse of Allah on them. In other words, Allah, please remove the mercy from these people if they disobey me. But what about Imam Ali? Did he throw latna on anybody? I hear that Imam Ali alayhi salam used to throw latna on people in his prayer. Not only that, you look at Dua Sanami Qureshi by Imam Ali alayhi salam. There's a phrase in there in which he throws latna. I took a picture of it just so I could show it to people. So I could say what he said. In this dua, he throws latna on people. In this dua, famous dua Sanami Qureshi. And Amir Mu'mineen Ali alayhi salam, he says, Salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. In the verse, he said, "Oh Allah, curse the two idols of Quraysh and their two magicians, their two rebellious people, their two accusers, and their two daughters." This is from Imam Ali alayhi salam. So here is he showed that he himself threw latna on those that felt. But do you just throw latna on anybody? No. Because we also told that there is times that we shouldn't throw latna. We shouldn't continuously throw latna on people. It's not good for a person to continuously throw latna. But on the people that deserve it should get it. Like the tyrants, the rebellious, people that transgress. But there are some people in which we told not to do it. You find that Imam Ali alayhi salam, he said, do not curse the people of Syria. Why? They said because these people may become better. And you do not want to remove Allah's mercy upon these people because they have some way of repenting and becoming good people, from this riwayah says. Not only that, when you curse a person, you have to make sure that when you throw the latna on that person, he deserves it. Because they said that when you throw a latna between a person, that latna goes in between you and the person that you want to send it on. And whoever deserves that latna more will receive it. So if you throw latna on somebody and you deserve that latna more than the person you threw the latna on, that latna will bounce off of him and go to you. So this person definitely has to be someone that deserves it, like a tyrant, a rebellious person, someone in which will not return to the mercy of Allah. That you know for a fact he will continue going on this road. Then we also look at like the ziyarah of Ashura. There's latna in there. So do you see where I'm coming from? We find that this latna is supposed to be said to those who deserve this latna. The deserving person. It is permissible for us to throw the latna on these persons. One of the persons that we throw latna on, and they always say, oh, you should not throw latna on this person, is Yazid. Latna Allah. Now the thing is this, is that I'm not going to come from the Shia perspective on throwing latna on him. We have the school of Khalifa, the rulers of them, what they say about throwing latna on Yazid and how they feel about this. Because they're going to say that, oh, if it's from the Shia sources, that is going to be biased. But what about if it's coming from the school of Khalifa? How do they feel about him? They said that when it comes down to throwing latna on him, one of the scholars, Alama al-Barazanji, in his book, al-Isha'a and Ibn Hajar in As-Sawa'iq that Ahmed ibn Hanbal's son asked his father about cursing Yazid. We all know who Ahmed ibn Hanbal, right? His son asked his father about cursing Yazid. He replied, how can Yazid not be cursed when Allah himself has cursed him? This Sunni Khalifa source is not from us. He said, how can Yazid not be cursed when Allah has himself cursed him? He then quoted the Quranic verse in which those who create chaos and bloodshed is cursed. SubhanAllah. But wait a minute, is it more? And then scholars keep on. Ibn Khaldun says that Judge Abu Bakr bin al-Arabi al-Malik wrote in his book As-Wasim al-Qawasim that it would be absolutely wrong to say that Imam Hussein was slain by the sword of his grandfather. Yazid was never an Islamic ruler. The fundamental requisites of Islamic rule is justice and equality. And there was never a person more just than Imam Hussein. SubhanAllah. I have more. Because when you build up something like this, you need a lot of arsenal to show the people that, no, it's not just us that feel this way, because a lot of times people feel that the Shia are just being biased, that, oh, what he did to Imam Hussein, that's why y'all said it. But what about their scholars? Do they feel the same way? We see that they actually do feel the same way. Because in another narrator, they say, Ibn Mulif al-Hanbali says that in the eyes of Ibn Aqil and Ibn Jawzi, it is permissible to oppose an unjust ruler, just as Imam Hussein alayhi salam stood up to oppose Yazid tyranny. Then he goes on and said, assuming for a moment if Yazid ruled in its initial stage, is considered as that a lawful ruler, his rule automatically forfeits its legality and validity after he killed Hussein. He lost, the legitimacy lost once he killed Imam Hussein. Then he goes on, desecrated the Kaaba, and disgraced Medina. So here it is, you see that they're saying that this person deserves to be cursed because of the transgression. We see that this person would have never come back. He would never have repented. He would constantly go forward in his transgression. So he deserves the Latin, as they scholars said. And then another one, I think this is my last one. I have two more, or one more. So Hafiz writes on page 289 of his book, Rasail, that the worst and inhumane crime of slaying Imam Hussein, capturing his womenfolk, the desecrating of Imam Hussein, severing his head, looting Medina, desecrating the Kaaba, are sufficient proof of Yazid's stone-heartedness, enmity towards the Ahl Bayt, hatred, cunningness, hypocrisy, and lack of faith. Every degenerate tyrant is cursed one. In fact, those who do not curse, the accursed ones, deserve in turn to be cursed. Here it is. He's saying, this is his school of Khalifa. He's saying that if the person does not curse him, he deserves to be cursed for not cursing him. So when you hear from us, the Latiner, it is not just from us. It is also from those who consider him a ruler. Those who consider to be following the same school of ideology. Here it is, they said, no, this person was so bad, he has to have Latina. You must throw Latina on him. If you do not throw Latina, then Latina on you. SubhanAllah. No one want to talk about this, right? They just want to say the Shias just always want to throw Latin on people for no reason. Like, we just giving Latinas away like it's some type of free coupon or something, right? It's a free coupon. No. Followers of the Ahl Bayt, we are on the haq. We tell the truth about what happened. We are not the people, as they say, of innovation. No, we're the people of Sunnah. We follow the Sunnah. We see even from them, they say to curse them. Then we go on. Alama Taftazani, the author of Shar al-Aqidah al-Nasafiyah, writes that Yazid's willingness before and his joyous celebration after the martyrdom of Imam Hussein alayhi salam are established beyond doubt. Beyond doubt is established, because they can't say, oh, he didn't do it. He says established beyond doubt. When they say that, it's so much proof that it has happened. I don't care what you say, you cannot deny it. He says established beyond doubt. Such a person cannot be attributed to have any faith. He has no iman whatsoever. He said, on the other hand, he deserves to be cursed. He deserves to be cursed. So here it is, he said he deserves to get the latna. And then he goes on, and Allah's curse is upon his accomplishments and the assistants. Here it is, not only is he cursing Yazid, anybody that's associated with him, the accomplishment, those who was with him, everybody. If you thought what you was doing was correct by following the so-called fake ruler, then latna on you, and may Allah throw latna on you as well. This is what he's saying. And another one, I'm sorry if I'm telling you all these, but there's so much I just had to get them all out to the people. I can't just hold these and not let people know. This is like having like diamonds and you just instead of having it in your pocket, you put it somewhere and say, look, I just want to show everybody. Here it is, diamonds. These are diamonds. They said Burhan al-Halabi writes that both Sheikh Muhammad Bakri and his father used to curse Yazid. Him and his father, Burhan al-Habibi, writes that both Sheikh Muhammad Bakri and his father used to curse Yazid and prayed, may Allah throw Yazid in the deepest part of hell. In the deepest part of hell. Make it do it, say, throw him in the deepest part of hell. Here is all of these established scholars from the school of Khalifa and what they are saying about how you should deal with someone like Yazid. Because of what he had done, the atrocities that he had committed against Ahlul Bayt, the atrocities that he committed against the Muslims, that he deserves to be cursed. This is the same person that tried to deny it when he was approached. Oh, what did you do? I did not kill Imam Hussein. Even they said that this person did it. Reasonable doubt. There's no reasonable doubt. It is proof that he is the one that committed the atrocity. Just because you was not the one that was there and you threw the sword, but you commanded the people to do it. Just because I'm from a distance, I said, oh, you do it. That don't mean I don't have nothing to do with it. No, I am. I am the source of why they did it. Because if I had told them not to do it, they would not have done it. But since I told them to do it, I share in it. It is almost like if a person in America, where I'm from, if I shoot and kill a person, but even though I was next to the person that did it and I did not shoot the gun, I will still go to jail as though I was the one who shot the gun. So if I command that person, this army, to go out and kill Imam Hussein and loot the camp and cut his head off and prance the head all through the world like it's nothing, then I am responsible, then I am the killer. And he is the killer. And because of this, even the people from the other school curse him. They made it almost wajib, the way he put it. Where he put it, wajib. Like, this is a farida. You have to curse this person. That you don't want Allah to give him any mercy at all for what he had done to the house of the Prophet. Sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi wa sallam. Oh, that's my time. May Allah help us all. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wal as'ina al-insana la fi khus illa alladhina amanu wa aminu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Akhwa da'wana walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wa sallallahu Muhammadin wa alihi tahirin.